of the pieces of this puzzle. Looked in your eyes, got it all.
Hi, I have spent my morning reading this book, On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. First of all, I think it might be the prettiest book that I've ever owned. I just love blue and orange together. But the reason I'm reading this book today, along with this book, Small Pleasures by Claire Chambers, is because I'm doing a Mother's Day video. And both of these books center around mothers. So this one is about a son who is writing a letter to his mum, who is actually illiterate. She can't read. So far so good with this. It's beautiful, and I think I'm gonna go to the park and read this because it's such a beautiful day. Yay, the sun is like finally consistently coming out, and I don't know if you can tell, but it just affects my mood so much and I'm so happy. And then this second book, Small Pleasures, is about this woman who claims that her daughter was from a virgin birth. Is she Mary? Is the baby Jesus? We don't know. I haven't read anything of this yet, so I'm intrigued as to how this plans out. A different type of mother in this book. I also have a couple other books that I'm going to show you later that touch on motherhood, which you might like to read as well, but I've already read them, so I'm not going to obviously read them again here. But yeah, I thought I would do a Mother's Day video because I'm not with my mum. She lives in England, I live in Northern Ireland, so I can't actually spend the day with her. Instead, I'm going to send her a little present in the mail from the lovely sponsors of this video, Anna Luisa. Anna Luisa are a sustainable jewelry company from New York. They are always my go-to place for gifts for people because not only are their pieces sustainable, but they're also really timeless. They never go out of style. And thirdly, I think you can find something on their website for literally anyone, no matter how old or young they are. They really are for everyone. And I already gifted my mum some earrings last year that she was so happy with. They're actually these ones that I'm wearing now, and so we have matching earrings, and I love that because I feel like we're connected across countries. But I also want to send her some more earrings today, some that are really simple but a bit colourful, because I don't think she really wears colourful jewelry as much, and I think it might be quite nice to add to her collection. I want to send her the Ness deep blue little studs, and I also want to send her the green version of these. Yeah, this is the Ness green studs, and I think she'll really appreciate them. I think jewelry is just such a sweet and thoughtful gift to give someone. It's not only like a special thing, but you've really put in the time and effort to pick something out that you think they'll like. I just know that whenever I open like a present and it's jewelry, it makes me feel so happy. So I just want to give that to my mum because I love and I miss her so much. If you want to do the same for your mum and treat her to something special from Anna Luisa, they are having a offer right now, which is buy one get one 40% off of everything on their website. So if you click the link in my description box, then it will take you to the website and you can get something to treat your mummy. It's also an excuse to get something for yourself. Thank you so much to Anna Luisa for sponsoring this video. I'm going to get on with reading this book. I am going to see Sam Fender in concert in Dublin today, so I have to leave at like 3, but you know me, I'm an early riser. I've got loads of time. Let's go to the park.
Inside
I really like this book. I've heard some mixed reviews about this book. My own sister said she didn't really enjoy it. Her little book club of her and her friends read it, and I think a lot of the other girls enjoyed it. But yeah, this was longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2021, literally last year, and I think it deserves that. I'm gonna give a quick little review of these books now. Let's start with On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous. Usually I'm not really one to notice the writing style of a book. This book is an exception. I noticed how every single sentence mattered, and they were all written in such a way that I did actually have to stop and take pictures of some of the pages and reread lines because I just thought they were so pretty, or they just made me really think. Ocean would use phrases that would usually mean one thing, but it would mean something else as well, like it would have a double meaning. So not just the way that it was written, I also loved the story. 3 generations of Vietnamese people, 2 women and the son. Obviously you get the motherhood of this book from the grandmother, the mother, and also you get the perspective of the son, how he perceives his mother. And I mean, personally, of course, I related to the son the most. I'm not a mother, I don't know what it's like to be a mum, but I do know what it's like to be a child. Just as a whole, I think this book was amazing. I rated it 4, I think, 4 out of 5, and I would recommend this to anyone. Please read this book. On to Small Pleasures. Yeah, I was a bit more apprehensive about this book because I heard mixed reviews. I also knew that this was set in the past, and I'm not really about historical fiction. I've never really loved it. I don't know why, because I love historical films. This was set, I think, late 40s, early 50s, which isn't even that long ago. It's literally like 70 years ago. But yeah, this whole book was very wholesome. I feel like the communities in the 50s were very much like that. Everyone wanted to help one another. You know, you pop round to your neighbour's house and just borrow an egg or a bit of milk. Oh, I'm gonna be late to pick up my children. Do you mind picking them up for me? Leaving your doors unlocked, that type of stuff, which you just cannot do today. But yeah, it just felt so wholesome and sweet. But then there was also like this dark side to it that was mysterious and unknown, with Gretchen, who is claiming to be a virgin mother. I loved how the science was involved. I feel like Claire Chambers really did her research on this book, not just for like the time period and how people would dress and act and whatever, but also with the science. The only thing that was kind of like a bit annoying was the ending. Like when I saw it, I was just like, you have to be joking. I'm gonna spoil something, so if you don't want to know, then skip forward. But yeah, why did he have to die? Why couldn't there just be like a happy ending? I don't know, anything else. But it just felt like a bit of a cop-out. Like it had nothing to do with the story in the first place. It was very strange to just throw that in at the end. We are also all left in the dark about what happens to Gretchen and Margaret. Like Margaret's just without a dad who isn't really her dad, but like is her dad, and now she's with Martha, who she doesn't like, and nothing's explained to us. Whether that's good or bad, I don't really know. I also liked how it touched on different types of mothers, because you had Jean's mother, who is very ill and depends on Jean, so it's kind of like a role reversed. Jean is kind of mothering her own mother. I liked how Jean was an aunt to Margaret, and then there's Gretchen, who was a young mother, and yeah, it also touches on some things in Jean's past. So yeah, I'm very happy with both of those books. If you have any suggestions for books that center around motherhood, or just include it really, then please comment some down below, because I think they're quite interesting. But anyway, I thought I would give some more suggestions for things that I've already read. So I'm gonna start with The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. This is a mystery book. It's supposed to be a thriller, but I don't really think it is a thriller. I really enjoyed the book, but I'm including this in the mother section because the whole story is pretty much just the stepmother and the daughter. So this girl's dad goes missing, and she's left with the stepmother. It's not really about their relationship, but it's like included, and that is a relationship that I don't really see in a lot of books. Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I didn't love this book, not gonna lie. I think I rated it like 2 out of 5. I'm suggesting this to you because so many other people enjoyed it, so you might. But it has a mother in it, and there's a specific story about a mother and daughter, which was actually quite sweet. This is a book of short stories. The story about the mother and the child is short, but it's kind of like threaded throughout the whole book. It's hard to explain. The next one I love, like 5-star book. Kim Ji-young, born 1982, and this is by Cho Nam-ju. This is about a Korean woman. Pretty much just describes every experience that a woman, specifically a Korean woman, goes through, literally through their whole life. So you also get to see struggles that she goes through during her adolescence and early womanhood, which are unfortunately very relatable, I think, to every single woman. And then you get also how, as a mother in Korea, she's treated by her family, by her husband's family, by jobs, all of this. Really great book. Also, I can't get over this cover. Yeah, fabulous book. And also, I have a non-fiction book about motherhood. Is it about motherhood? It's not really. It's about the pre-motherhood. It's How the Pill Changes Everything by Dr. Sarah E. Hill. This is a book about contraception, so not really about motherhood. It's more trying not to become a mother. I don't know, if you're like me and motherhood doesn't really appeal to you, then you might want to read this book. Just thought I'd throw it in there just in case. Those are my book suggestions for stories surrounding mummies. So yeah, please go and treat your mummy. And just like these books have pointed out, your mother doesn't actually have to be like your biological mum. She could be your stepmother. She could be your older sister who helped you grow up. She could be your best friend. Your mother could even be your dad. Maybe you've got a single dad who is both your mother and your father. So yeah, go and treat whoever is your mother figure in your life, and Anna Luisa can help you out with that if you click the link in my description box. And because it's buy one get one 40% off, who's to say that you can't have the 40% off one for yourself? One for mum, one for me. That's what I'm going to do. I hope you enjoyed watching me read. As always, I'm literally going to put this camera down, pick up a new book, and turn the camera back on, because I have 3 books staring at me just right there that I really want to read, and of course I want to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much again to Anna Luisa for sponsoring this video. I love them so much. I love you guys loads, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.